Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. To all my Muslim followers, assalamu alaikum to you. Today we have, guess what car we have today? You probably saw it on the thumbnail. If you didn't, maybe you saw it in the title. If you didn't see it on both places, then we've got the Mazda CX5 today. The model we have today in the Mazda CX5 is a white one, if you haven't noticed. It's a 2.5 liter and it's near the top of the range. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's explain, and stay tuned in this video because the Mazda CX5 is absolutely phenomenal. But is this specific model worth it? Find out in this video today. Why I'm saying find out in this video is because let's start off with the price. Let's get straight to the point. Now, this model I'm driving now will cost you over 700,000 Rand. Now, does that sound a lot? It is. To be exact, it's 718,700 Rand. This is the individual 2.5 liter. You do get a carbon edition for about 630, and you can get a one before that, which is the individual, for about 557,000. Now let's compare the three in this video. But before we get there, right, Mazda CX5, if you look at it from the outside, it's a very elegantly looking car. It's very well designed. The exterior looks very, very nice. And with all the new cars coming out today, you get touchscreen infotainment systems, you get a lot of haptic touch buttons, you get a lot of things happening in the interior that might make the car a bit more complicating. Now, what Mazda does, they have a volume button, very easy to use. The aircon is manually, you use it manually, so you turn the knobs manually. Obviously you drive manually with the steering wheel, which is all other cars at the moment. And so a lot of manual and a lot of simplicity inside the car. So that's actually why I'm saying that's a good thing about this car. Sometimes when manufacturers include a lot of additional technology or additional items in the car, it ramps the price up. Now, normally you'll get a car that's quite stunning. It looks stunning from the exterior, and the interior is absolutely luxurious, but then you're paying a price for it. What Mazda did is they made the exterior stunning. It's simple but stunning at the same time. It's got a very sleek design, a very awesome design, the CX5, and the model's been around for quite a while and it still stood the test of time. So very great on the exterior, and when you come in the interior, you don't get that wow factor. You get a very comfortable car. The drive is absolutely smooth. The seat is very comfortable. I wouldn't say for the price you're paying it's comfortable. It's just very comfortable, irrespective of whatever price you're paying for the car. You can automatically adjust the driver's seat with the electric adjustment, which is very simple. And you have keyless entry in this car. It drives very well. The power is great. Fuel consumption on this model, not so good. Let me get you my fuel consumption now. 12 liters, not good. So that's just the one bad thing about this model. But let's chat about the CX5 as a whole, and I will tell you why I don't think that this is the best model in the range, but the CX5 range is still good. And I'll tell you which one I think you should go for. In this model, you're getting 143 kilowatts of power. You get 258 newton meters of torque. That's decent power, right? It's a 2.5 liter. That's why you're getting affected on your fuel consumption. But if you go for the carbon or for the individual, the kilowatts, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's 113 kilowatts and maybe 221 newton meters of torque. So your kilowatts and newton meters are less, and so will your fuel consumption be. So that's a bit better, because on this car you're paying over 700 and you can get the individual for about 557. Now that's already a huge saving, and you save on the fuel as well. I'll go through a few more specs, and as we get into different kinds of specs, I will mention a few differences for you. 19-inch alloy wheels on this one looks absolutely excellent. On the individual you're getting 17-inch, so on this one you're getting 2 inches extra in alloy wheels. Your ground clearance on this car is 185 millimeters. I can't remember the individual one, but this one is 185. In the CX5, you have a 442 liter boot, very nice, and you have a 58 liter fuel tank. Now, Mazda does claim 7.3 liters per 100 kilometers of fuel efficiency on this car, but I told you I'm getting 12. Because the kilowatts are high and it's a 2.5 liter, you will definitely get better fuel consumption on the other model on this range, right? The individual is 550 557 and 630 for the carbon. Now the difference there, you're looking at about 70,000 rand. Now the main difference why, well, you have to put a price on safety. Now the carbon edition, the one in addition to, not the addition with the E, the addition with the A, so the one in addition to the individual, you get safety features. Now you get safety features like blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, you get driver attention alert, you get smart city brake system, yeah, did I mention blind spot monitoring? So they're very important. To an extent, it can almost make you can argue that it can make you a lazy driver, but I mean, the technology is available. It doesn't mean that if you have, like when I'm driving, it doesn't mean that because I have blind spot monitoring, I have rear cross traffic alert, I got forward collision assist, I got, smart city brake, it doesn't mean I'm going to be oblivious of all these items. So I still, when I'm driving, I will check my blind spots, and most of the cars that I am testing do have all these features, but it actually hasn't made me a lazy driver. I still check, because sometimes with tech as good as it is, what if it doesn't work? I haven't ever experienced that. It always has worked, so that shouldn't be an issue, but still I always keep it's habit, and I always keep checking my blind spots. So you need to put a price on safety. Is it worth 70,000 rand? It could save your life or someone else's life, for instance, because if you're reversing out of your driveway, sometimes it depends on your driver. If you don't have a lot of peripheral vision, then someone coming from the side, especially a pedestrian, you could get knocked if you don't have a reverse camera with a good wide vision, which this car does have. And one thing that integrates very well with this Mazda CX5 is the heads-up display. Now, when I was driving earlier today, not that I was accelerating, I was driving normal, but the car in front of me braked a bit harder than usual. I didn't need to emergency brake, but then on my line of sight where I'm looking, it just had a written in big brake. So it basically in your face, and it has like a red outline, so it demands your attention. In the individual, you don't get safety features, the one that costs 557, right? But in the carbon edition you do. But now you go one above the carbon, which is this one here, which is the 2.5 liter individual. Now this one ramps up to about 719,000. That's almost another 80,000 rand, actually over 80,000 rand, in addition to the carbon. And you're getting very minor differences. You get a sunroof, which is not worth 80,000 rand, and it's not a panoramic sunroof. You can see here, it's a small sunroof and it does open, but it's not worth that price. And you might get 1 or 2 extra features, but it's not worth 80,000 rand. So if you're looking at Mazda CX5 as a whole, it's a very good car. The interior, as I said, is simple, and that's what kept the price down. If you're looking not at this model, but the model below, 2 models below this, which is the individual at 557,000 rand, you are getting a 3-year warranty, 3-year service warranty, 3-year service plan, unlimited kilometers, and a 3-year warranty on all the models. It doesn't matter which one you buy. The car does feel a little bit outdated based on all the other cars that are on my channel and what is out there. Like if you look at the new Hyundai Tucson, the new Kia Sportage, they look much more dynamic than this car. They have, long panels in front, infotainment systems, the integrated navigation is brilliant. Just the feel of those cars are much better than this one. In the interior, you can see they are more luxuriously made. Now this one just feels a bit simple. It's not super luxury inside, but that's actually what keeps the price down. So it's good to have a car like this in the market, an SUV, because with all the new SUVs coming out, you sometimes you get scared of the price. The price is just so high, but it's nice to have this Mazda CX5 that has a simplistic feel to it. It does have the infotainment system is this small. This looks about 8, can you guys see? 8 inches. So it is small, but the Mazda Connect system really works beautifully. It's so easy to use. Even though it's small, it works well. The USB, I have no issue with that one. It picks it up all the time. The only thing is the screen is small, but then again, it's also something that keeps the price down. And the car is spacious, it's comfortable. The only thing is the exterior looks very nice. When you come in, you might be a bit, you'll feel that the exterior and interior aren't on parallel terms in terms of sleekness and design, but it is simple. So I guess you can see what I'm trying to say. What I am saying in this review is that the Mazda CX5 is a great package. It's a great car to have. But not this 2.5 liter. The 2.5 liter I feel is a bit overpriced, because for if you're looking at over 700,000, then you can rather look at the Sportage or the new Hyundai Tucson N-Line. I do have those new cars on my channel. You rather look at those cars in that price range. If you look at the Opel Mokka, it's a compact SUV. It drives like a hatchback. You must check out my review if you haven't seen that one. But it's so fast, it drives like a hatchback, and it's so small. It's a compact SUV and it's over 500,000. So you rather get this Mazda CX5. It doesn't have a power tailgate, but it got a big boot. Some cars have power tailgates and small boots. So what will you take? A massaging seat but pay the price for it, or go buy a massage somewhere else and save the money on a car? So I am pro the Mazda CX5. I do think it's a value for money proposition, just depending again on what model you take. We can go into details and say, yeah, but the steering wheel is a bit hard. Inside it doesn't, like we feel here, it's got like plasticky feels, and it's not as, the engine might not be as refined as other cars, so when you press it, it's going to make a bit of a noise. So you can say that if you are picky, then by all means go for something like the Hyundai Tucson, the Kia Sportage, Toyota RAV4. Go for one of those cars, or the Honda CR-V. Go for one of those cars. But Mazda, I mean, the CX5 has been out for a long time, and it really is a great car. What do you guys think of a Mazda? I mean, I know Mazdas are they strongly built cars. Some might argue they are underrated. You will notice that if you see Mazdas, it's most likely going to be a Mazda CX5, and there's a reason for that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it valuable. If you are in the market for a Mazda CX5, what other cars are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to the Kias and the Hyundais and all those new models that have came out? And in actual fact, is that a fair comparison? I don't actually think so, unless you want a much more elegant interior, which then okay. But this is actually on par with the prices of the compact SUVs, maybe a bit higher. Maybe it's a bit priced a bit higher than a compact SUV, but the space, trust me guys, if you have a family and you want space, then go for an SUV like this. That is it for the video. That's my take on the Mazda CX5. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have clicked on this video, it means, well, many things, but two things come into my mind now. You are interested in Mazda, or you're interested in an SUV. I've got a lot of SUVs, even MPVs. So I've got a lot of SUVs on the channel. If you wanted to watch Mazda CX5, there's a very good chance that you also want to see compact SUVs like the Kia Sonet, the Opel Mokka, the Renault Kiger, Renault Duster. I've got all those on my channel. Have a look at the channel, browse through it, and yeah, comment down below on your thoughts of the Mazda CX5. Share this with your friends and family. Hit a like on the, not on the subscribe button. Like the video at the bottom, and guys, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in next week's video, and bye to my non-Muslim followers. To my Muslim followers, assalamu alaikum. See you in the next video.